All right, ladies and gentlemen, everyone should have all 3 essays on their desk. Everyone should have their 2 prompts out in front of them. So ladies and gentlemen, tonight you only have 2 essays, but before you get too excited about them, I wouldn't. Okay, so tonight for homework, you are doing number 3 on stimulus 3, and you're doing stimulus 5. You're doing stimulus 3, and you are doing stimulus 5. Is everyone clear? So tomorrow tomorrow in class, stimulus number 3 and stimulus number 5 are due. If we get through everything I need to get done, I'll help you plan them. Sounds good? So the faster we move, the better our life is. Okay, put your prompt somewhere to the side. We don't need it for now, but somewhere quickly accessible. What I would like you to do on your desk, you should have your crayons or colored pencils, whatever you have, and you are going to have only your essays, colored pencils, and crayons. Okay, what you are going to do is you are going to hand over this stack of essays and planning to someone near you. Do that now. Hand over the whole stack of essays. Sophia, you have so much chaos going on. What are you doing? Remember, you are wasting your time, not mine. Okay, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, Sophia, you stress me out. Cassidy, can I see the essays you have? Okay, so here are all the essays. They happen to be Neil's. I'm going to flip them over, and I'm going to write my name on the back of every single one. Do that now. I don't care. Pen, pencil, don't care. You're writing your name on the back of every single one. Do that now. Pen, pencil. You don't need anything colored yet. I haven't told you to open the box.
On the back of this
That's fine. That's fine. You're going to put it on. You're just writing your name down so I know who is touching every single paper. Is everyone clear on that? If you write something inappropriate, you're not giving the points correctly, all of that, I'm holding you accountable. Okay. Perfect. So as soon as you're done, have all of the essays stacked up. We are going to look at number 2 first. What? Then force someone to trade with you, Joseph. No, then they'll cross it off, Joseph. Are you waiting to say I don't have anyone when after we've been not talking about it is a waste of your time and my time? Okay, here we go. So everyone should have number 2 out in front of them. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, just a heads up here. So I am a crazy person about having your essays in class on time. Is everyone clear on that? Turning in, as long as it's been graded in class, I'm not that crazy about. Because that's on you. That's not like holding up someone else's education. Is that clear? So if you forgot to turn in an essay online, that's totally fine. Like, it doesn't offend me as long as it was in class when I needed it. Is everyone clear? Do we see the distinction between the two? Okay. It needs to be here on time. With that being said, showing up to my class without having an essay is completely and utterly unacceptable. Is everyone clear on that? I already had one today. Never had one in the first writing week, so here we go. You guys are all about firsts. Do your job, because I'm doing mine, yeah? And it really, really pisses me off because someone's just going to sit there staring ahead, doing nothing, while everyone else is getting an educational opportunity. Do we see why I have no tolerance for it? If you ever come to my class without one, just know I'm going to tear you a new one, yeah? Let's just get that off the cuff. It is better to tell me ahead of time because I will figure it out in class. Is everyone clear on that? I will figure it out. And I do see scores in real time, so I will absolutely know. So if you ever show up and you don't have an essay, I wouldn't suggest it. It's not my best side. You'll see. Tell me ahead of time before I figure it out, because that whole like trying to trick me thing pisses me off even more. Yeah? Perfect. So what you're going to do is you are going to read essay number 2. Now, it is imperative that you are reading the essay instead of just coloring. Ladies and gentlemen, you are going to read their essay and you are going to color as you read. Now listen, if you're just sitting there coloring in the first sentence, then the next couple sentences, then the next, and you're not really reading it, it is a waste of your time. Can we agree? We're really focusing on formatting now. So I'm going to read, in the time period of 1200 to 1450, African states and society changed as a result of the spread of Islam by the increase of trade. Hey, that's a good one. I'm just going to sit here super quick and color it in red and move on, yes? Am I coloring it super dark? Am I spending a ton of time coloring? No. Listen, stop what you're doing and listen. What you are doing here, we're not just coloring in essays. You are reading how your peers have interpreted the same information you have and what they have written instead. Do we see? You are going to see some that are better than yours and some that are worse than yours. You should be constantly comparing it back to your essay. That is the point of this. I am exposing you to other people's writing so you can say, oh, they did a really good job here. Oh, I should have mentioned that. Oh, they did a really weak job. They should have done this. Do we see what we're doing here? If you're just coloring red, green, yellow, you're an idiot and you're missing an amazing opportunity. So you are going to score number 2 by red for topic sentence, green for evidence, yellow for analysis. Begin now. You need to read. These are new crayons, so don't you dare break them, especially doing this. It should be light and easy to do. Everyone should be about finished with A. Everyone should be on the transition to B. You are not coloring in dark, you are coloring in light so people can read it easily. But of course, you're not just coloring blindly, you are reading as you go. Everyone should be in B, 2B right now. You should be picking up all 3 colors. Don't do all the topic sentences at one time. Don't do all the evidence at one time. Read the essays as they're written. So you should be picking up and putting down crayons the whole time. You should be getting to C. You should be starting to C. You have 30 seconds to finish C. Remember, you're coloring in topic, sentence, evidence, and analysis. So everyone should have 3 colors going here. No. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay, you're going to flip it back to the front. May I have? Okay, you're going to flip it back to the front. If they have red, green, yellow on every single one, you are going to write number 2. You'll see why. 15 out of 15. Yes? Okay, so if they got all the points, and you're going to circle it right at the top. So I know this is Maggie's. It's right there. And I'm going to write number 2, 15 out of 15. Is everyone clear on that? Everyone knows? Perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at stimulus number 7. Take that out. Everything, of course, is clearly labeled. Stimulus number 7. So let's do that now. You are scoring stimulus number 7, A, B, and C. If they don't have it, they don't have it. Okay, so begin reading their essay and coloring in. You must be reading, looking at what they're saying. Just don't highlight a bunch of sentences. You must be reading. If you are not reading, you are missing an opportunity here. And it's going to come back and bite you. You should be about done with A, ladies and gentlemen. You should be just about done with A. Okay, you should be on B. Make sure you're reading and not just coloring things. There is a point to this. You should be just on the cusp of C, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone should be in C. How is it? Is it good? No, I'm asking. I don't know who it is, but
Yeah.
is it good? Okay. Well, I planned them all out, so they all should be kind of similar. You've got 10 seconds. Make sure you're reading them, ladies and gentlemen, and you're mentally comparing it back to yours. 3, 2, 1. Now, may I steal? Okay. Now, what you're going to do is you're going back to stimulus 2, yes? You're going to write number 7, because we're just graded number 7. And if they had everything, you're going to write 15 out of 15, yes? So, we're writing it on this same page, okay? But they're all here. Okay. Now we are transitioning to number 1. We are transitioning to number 1. Okay. It should have been broken up into 2 sections, but some people have written it into 1. I'm not thrilled with the way I described it, so I'm not mad about it. Does that make sense? So, you're just going to read and color their essay and grade it the way it is. Is that okay? So, you're going to do red for the topic sentence, green for the evidence, and the analysis. It should be broken up into 2 sections, but here we are. What's the matter?
I'm looking for the prompt.
The number 1 or the essay?
The number 1.
Why isn't it out? Did you do it? Don't bullshit. Did you do it?
I did it. It should be somewhere.
Well, now you're wasting everyone's time. Sophia, you gotta organize yourself, girl. Like, this is chaos. So now Maggie is sitting here doing nothing while you can't organize yourself. That's ridiculous. Talk to me after class. You're all done? Did you have a crappy one? Is that why you're all done? Okay, then you better get grading. Mind your business. Taylor, are you done? Okay. 20 seconds. Ten seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's not helpful and not what we've been doing the whole time. Okay, here we go. So on top of the one that we've been scoring and recording the answers, of course, we're going to add this one to it. This one is only out of 10 points, ladies and gentlemen. Because it's only 2 sections versus 3 sections. So we see how the points work. Yes, they're not arbitrary. That's how it should be. Okay, please listen up. So, of course, the most important thing that you have done is you're going to put the essays and match them up to their planning sheets. Yes? So match them up to their planning sheets. Have the essays in order of their planning sheets. Okay. What you are going to do now is you are going to flip it to the back or find a spot. Okay? You are now going to write 2 positive things about whoever you graded. Please listen. Do not begin yet. Positives are not, yay, it was great. No one improves from that. Can we agree? You can say your number 7 was your best essay. Super clear. Number 2, you made a really good point about Malai. Those are the positives I'm looking for. Specific, not generic. Like, great job, Virginia. Woo. That's crappy. No offense, Virginia. That means nothing. Constructive criticism. Constructive criticism is something that they have not done well that by fixing improves it. Yes? Saying you suck does not help them in any way. Yes? Or saying you should drop AP World, you can leave that to me. I'm very good at telling people that. Okay? Constructive criticism is saying, hey, your handwriting is really hard to read. That is a really great point to make because if AP can't read your handwriting, guess what can't be scored? Your essay. So pointing out someone's handwriting is hard to read. Noting that their essay seemed kind of like they got caught up in the craziness or got too wordy in number 2. That is great to note. So something they can actually tangibly fix. Does that make sense? Everyone has room for improvement, especially Samantha Bennett. So you are writing 2 positive things down, 1 constructive criticism on the back of a sheet. I don't care which one. What? That's fine. Just put it somewhere. Just put it somewhere. So you are writing 2 positive things about their essay. Hey, your essay number 7 was the best one. Hey, number 2, you made a really great argument from a lie. Something. Constructive criticism is something that they can easily fix or something they need to hear. Like your handwriting is terrible. Okay? Your number 2 was very disorganized and hard to read. Okay? Those are constructive pieces of criticism. Okay. You have 10 seconds. Guys, remember, the faster we go, the better our lives are, yeah? Okay, listen up. Look at me so I know you're listening. Ladies and gentlemen, you are going to take your essays. You're going to have your scores on top, yes? Everything's already been put into order. As soon as you get a stapler, you're going to staple it. So all of the scores are on top. Doesn't that make the most sense? Yes? So as soon as you get it, the stapler, you're going to staple it so all of the prompts, the planning, and the essays are all together, and all of the essays are there. As soon as you do it, pass the stapler. Stapler is priority. So as soon as you get the stapler, you need to staple it and move it along. You got 10 seconds to finish writing. That's fine. That's fine. As long as it's labeled, it's fine. I can figure it out. Pass it along. Let's go. As soon as you get it, pass it. Let's go.
Do we put the planning sheet on the back?
Yes, I want them all. Okay, as soon as you get the stapler, it's priority 1 to staple. Okay, keep stapling, but I'm going to give you time to give your 2 positives and 1 constructive criticism to the person you graded. Go. Get up if you need to. Go.
Okay.
Get up if you need to. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, please listen up. Okay, I hope that you see that I'm really pushing formatting, yes? I hope that you are grateful for that. So, we are really pushing formatting at the end of this week. I absolutely need you to know. Now, listen up. If you have crayons or colored pencils of mine, just box them up and leave them on your desk. You're done with them. Okay? When you are leaving my class, you are going to put your essay up front as you leave. Is everyone clear? Okay. So, put your essay to the side. Take out a scrap paper. We're going to plan our essays. Let's go. Remember, the faster you plan, the faster I move, the less work you have to do all by yourself. So let's start with number 3. I just put it up front. It was just my example. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Because they're all just going in the pile anyway. Okay, here we go. There are scores of rich... Cassidy, can I see your prompts, your stimulus? Because mine's all, like, totally marked up. Is that okay? Yeah. Thank you. There are scores of rich Muslim merchants from the kingdom of Servia in Southeast Asia who are living or were born in our city of Quazhu in southern China. Okay? So, we are currently in where? We are in southern China. They are located in China, but there's lots of people, merchants from where? Merchants from Southeast Asia, okay? But their city is in China we're talking about. Among them is a man called Shui Nawi, who is a Muslim. He is famous for his generosity among his foreign residents of Quazhu. The building of a cemetery for foreign merchants is but one of his many generous deeds. The cemetery project was first proposed by another Shriva foreigner, but he died before he could finish it. Shui built the cemetery on the hillside on the east side of the city. The cemetery is covered with a roof, enclosed by a wall, and safely locked at night. All foreign merchants who die in Quazhu are to be buried there. Shi's kind deed allows the foreign merchants in our city to not have to worry about being able to be buried according to the requirements of their own religion. Shi's kindness will certainly promote overseas trade and encourage more foreigners to come to Quazhu, where they could live and conduct their business in harmony. I have included this story here so that news of it will be widely circulated overseas. So he's trying to promote trade where? No, promotes China to attract traders to China. Traders to China. Okay, so this guy is trying to make what country busier? China. Okay, he wants more business for, there you go, more business for China. Okay, so in your response, be sure to address all parts of the question. Use complete sentences. An outline or a bulleted list alone is not acceptable. Use the passage to answer all of the following. Thank you very much, because mine's kind of marked to hell. All right, here we go. Identify one historical process in South or Southeast Asia that accounts for the religion of the Shriva merchants. Ladies and gentlemen, what is the religion of the Shriva merchants? Inslee. No. What is the religion? They're Islamic, ladies and gentlemen. It's Islam. You need to know that they're Islamic. Okay? How did they become Islamic? You're making it harder than it has to be. Come on. South and Southeast Asia. Southeast Asia. What? Hi. You're making this harder, and this is the easiest of the three questions. So, how did Islam get to Southeast Asia? Butel. It's not the Silk Road, people. It's in South Asia. So what is it? What is it, Catherine? Yeah, it's the Indian Ocean Basin. It is the Indian Ocean Basin, and we have Arab traders, yes? Arab traders. They're using what type of ships? No, because those are used by the... What's the name of the ships the Arabs are using, Izzy? The dhows, because those are used by the Arabs, yes. Okay, so Indian Ocean Basin is being with Arab traders. Okay, Islam is spreading. Why is Islam? Because remember, we have to identify one historical process in South or Southeast Asia that accounts for the religion. Okay, so why has Islam reached Southeast Asia or South Asia, Indian Ocean Basin? Okay, what we need some more evidence here, though. What do you got? Okay, it is Islam is pro trade, pro travel. Okay, what else can we say? We need like a nice term for it. What else can we say, Catherine?
I was gonna say that since Muhammad was a merchant, but I don't think
That actually would score, actually. In this one, it would. Muhammad's a merchant. Was a merchant. Okay, and that's why it's pro-trade, pro-travel. Okay, it is going to be brought to South Asia. South Asia via Mahatma Gandhi. Mahood of Gandhi. You're welcome for carrying you on that one. Here we go. All right, B. I explain one aspect of the economic development of China under the Song dynasty that led to the flourishing of commerce that is reflected in the passage. Ladies and gentlemen, come on. I spoon-fed you A. Give me B. What causes an economic boom in China? What? Come on, it's your favorite answer. Champa rice. Okay. So Champa rice is going to do what, Taylor? Sure, but let's tie it to economic. Champa rice causes a what? Parker.
Bigger population, which means more laborers.
Okay, population boom. Okay, so Champa rice causes a population boom. The population boom is then going to what? Come on, tie it to economic, Virginia. No. Specialization of labor. I get what you're saying. No. There's another word that's specifically used in Song China. Andrew.
Proto-industrialization.
Proto-industrialization. There you go. Proto-industrialization. So, more people available to make goods, become artisans or merchants. Okay? And this is all happening under what dynasty? Song. And if we really wanted to throw in on top, the Song dynasty turns who into a tribute? How do we get Champa rice, people? Vietnam becomes a tribute. A tribute of China. There we go. See. Explain one way in which the author's point of view, purpose, or intended audience may have influenced this assessment of the events described in the passage. Let's do purpose. What is the purpose of this piece? Come on, Joseph. Say it again. Attract more trade, right? Attract more trade to China. Okay, so his goal is to attract more trade in China. So what is one way this has influenced him? Come on now. What is one historical thing that we can cite? I've carried a lot of this here, so I'm waiting on you. And there's a lot of people who have just been sitting there who aren't looking at their notes, who are just looking blankly at me, and that annoys me. I think we had this conversation on Friday, didn't we? Andrew.
He supports Islam.
Okay, he is pro-Islam. That works. Okay. How can we prove? What is something that the Chinese do to be pro-Islamic? What do you got, Ainsley?
Bury the merchants.
Well, yes, but you can't use what's in the primary source. That doesn't work. If you don't know, look at your notes here, people. Come on. Wesley. No, they're not. They're a Confucian state. Catherine.
They created a system of flying cash to make trade more safe.
There you go. Pro-Islam. They create economic systems. Like flying cash. This is a bomb answer. Nice job, Catherine. Your peers are lucky to have you in here. Flying cash. What's another example? Oh, God, guys. What do you got? Micah? Huh? Paper money also works. Paper money. To keep merchants safe. Why do they want to keep merchants safe? What's the big connection here? What's the big connection here, Friar?
So that to like help trade.
Well, yeah, but why do they care about merchants? They don't care about much, but they do care about merchants. Why, Neil? Why, Friar?
They're like the main ones trading the merchants.
Well, yeah, but why? What, Neil?
Promotes trade and economic growth.
Simplify it, Cassidy, for me.
They're promoting trade for China.
Guys, more money comes in with trading. More money comes with every new trader. So the more traders they have, the more. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't think life revolves around money, you're completely delusional. Even history tells us it's all about the money. The reason why they're pro-traders is because they want
Money.
Yes. Do you think they actually genuinely care about these people? No, but they care about the money they can bring in. Cassidy, can I have your notes again? Mine are also torn up. Sorry, girl. All right, here we go. We're doing number 5. This book acknowledges the cultural tradition spread over long distances, even in ancient times, but it also recognizes that expansive traditions often face fierce opposition, and it holds further that cross-cultural conversion is deeply problematic concept. Okay? What does cross-cultural conversion mean? What does it mean? It's not syncretism, that would be a blending. Come on. If you don't help me, then you're doing this all by yourself because this still needs to be written by tomorrow. What do you got?
Is it like the diffusion of cultures to like other places?
Yeah, it's the spread of culture, people. Spread of culture to other places. Okay. Is deeply problematic. Indeed, this book argues that religious and cultural traditions rarely won foreign converts. So does it happen often or not often? Not often. Not often. It's saying that it doesn't happen often, except when favored by a powerful set of political economic incentives. So it only happens with powerful governments. Powerful governments equals strong cultural changes. Okay? So, sometimes the prospect of trade or political alliance drew people's attention to a foreign cultural tradition. Other times, state-sponsored made political and military support available to an expanding cultural tradition. Yet, even under the best of circumstances, expansive cultural traditions rarely attracted large numbers of foreign adherents without the aid of the syncretic process. So, it needs to blend. It needs to blend. All right, here we go. Thank you. All right, number 5A, identify and explain 2 examples from the period of 600 to 1450 that supports the author's argument concerning the role of political, social, and economic incentives of the spread of religion or culture. So, we need a strong government that forces a new cultural identity. Every hand should be up. What is one that does this? What do we got? Maggie. What is one place in the world that changes everything to attract more economic prosperity? What are you going to say? What are you going to say? What's your evidence going to be?
Some China, like, attracted.
No, there's an easier one. As soon as you hear it, you're going to hate yourself. Hunter. That's not a foreign thing. Confucianism is created in China, so no. Cassidy?
Molly?
Yeah, Molly.
Yeah.
Yeah, told you to hate yourself. Molly! And what does Molly do, Cassidy?
Gets rid of the kinship groups and changes to Islam. Or
Converts
no,
to Islam. They convert to Islam. Converts to Islam. And why do they convert to Islam, Cassidy? Attract trade. All right. Now, what's your evidence? Come on. Who's the one doing it? Sundiata. Okay, Sundiata converts. Okay, however, it's his grandnephew, Mansa Musa, who turns Malay into an Muslim scholar capital. That doesn't make any sense, but you know what I'm trying to say, yeah? It makes it into Islamic oh, damn it, I don't know.
Is it Timbuktu that's the capital?
Yeah, but that's in Malay, so it all falls under Malay. Okay, so, perfect, but we need another one. So this is one, we need a second one. Anywhere else going to convert to Islam to attract traders? I don't know if I could come up with one with the evidence to support it. So we need somewhere else that's going to adopt something else in order to maybe attract trade, because it's the easiest one. Oh gosh, guys. Look at your notes. We've got like no time.
30 seconds.
See ya. Have fun. You have the rest of A and you have all of B. By the way, you cannot use Malay again. It's gone. It's gone. By the way, tonight and tomorrow are your last nights of writing. So if that gives you some motivation, you will never have homework on a Wednesday. I think it's rude. No, I have them with me, so I'm going to be putting them in. Yeah, you're dropping them off. Drop off your essays. That's what I told you, remember? You're putting your essays in the front, your color pencils or crayons. My stapler is also going to the front. Goodbye.